Come closer. Don't leave blank. Give it a gap right there.
இதையும் மைக்ரேட் பண்ண நான் ஃபோட்டோ செஷன்
Good evening, respected dignitaries, distinguished guests, member of the Institution of Engineers India, faculties and students. On behalf of IEI TVLC Local Center, I extend a warm welcome to each one of you to the 47th technical lecture on the topic Business Opportunity with Open Source Satellite Images. We are privileged to have among us eminent personalities and a distinguished speaker of the day, Dr. Deborah, Professor, Department of ECE, Dr. MJR Education Research Institute. Welcome, ma'am. Today's gathering is indeed a special one as we have come together to gain insights from a field that bridges technology with real-world applications. May I now request Dr. J. Jayaprakash Sir, Professor, CSE Department, to deliver the welcome address.
Very good evening, one and all present here. A warm welcome to all the participants. See, before that, I warm welcome to our joint additional registrar, Dr. Sibil sir, respected joint registrar, Dr. Ganeshan, and today's chief guest of the day, Dr. Deborah, and respected members of professor heads, faculty, and my dear young students. See, today we have arranged a guest lecture and one more IEEE coordinator, Dr. Anthony. See, everyone, I warm welcome to that. Today we have arranged the topic on business opportunity one for that. We have selected people are assembled here. See, you are choosily occupied, take the opportunity, and I hope you will understand the scenario of that business opportunity is everywhere. I hope this session will eye-opening for you all, and a warm welcome to one and all present here. Thank you.
I now invite Dr. M. Ganesan, ex-officio member IEI TVLC, to give an overview about the Institution of Engineers India.
Good evening, one and all. So, indeed, I am very happy that TVLC Center of Institution of Engineers India has organized 47th technical lecture today by Dr. Deborah. So, she needs no introduction. She is very familiar in our university, and she is also going to give a lecture on business opportunity with open source satellite images. And all of you are aware that our university is having a space technology center which is doing excellent job for the last 4 years and training number of students. Maybe some of them may be in the group. Many students are being trained in satellites, in the manufacture of satellite also. So this is a very important emerging area because in the recent time the ISRO has given and Government of India has given for the private sector also in the field of satellites and rocket launching. So that is also a great development. So some of you may be entrepreneur. You may have a startup. After completion of your degree, you can even start a startup in the area of satellites or satellite components. There are a lot of opportunities. I think she will also tell, because her topic itself is business opportunity. So in the recent last 1 decade, many startups have come out in the area of satellites and rocket launching vehicles. So I have been given the responsibility of telling about the Institution of Engineers. What is Institution of Engineers? Anybody know what is Institution of Engineers? Have you heard of this Institution of Engineers? Anybody? Just raise your hand. So you are all going to become an engineering community maybe in another 6 to 8 months. Okay. So this is the apex body in India, Institution of Engineers India. So even when you go abroad, or maybe for employment, so they, even in the UK and other countries, they ask the certificate from Institution of Engineers. It's mandatory. Though you are having a B.Tech or M.Tech from Indian universities, the Institution of Engineers membership shows that you are an engineer. So that is a standing proof. So Institution of Engineers is the affect body in Calcutta. So just I would like to tell when it was incepted and what is the growth of Institution of Engineers and what are the benefits of becoming the membership. So like this, I would like to share a few points about that. The Institution of Engineers India, shortly known as IEI, Institution of Engineers India, is the largest multidisciplinary professional body of engineers, established in 1920, with its headquarters located in Calcutta, and incorporated under Royal Charter on 9 September 1935 by the then His Majesty of King George V. The Royal Charter endowed the institution with the responsibility to promote the general advancement of engineering among its members and persons attached to the institution. After independence, the institution is a body corporate protected under Article 372 of Constitution of India. The Institution of Engineers India is administered by a national council with the President of India as its head. The institution has been serving the engineering fraternity for over a century. As I told, it was started in 1920, now we are in 2025. So nearly 1 or 4 years are over. So the institution has been serving the engineering fraternity for over a century with its national and international presence through 31 state centers. In 31 states, we have headquarters for the Institution of Engineers and 124 local centers spread all over India. So in each state, you may have number of local centers, and in Tamil Nadu, this Tiruvallur local center is one among. So the institution encompasses 15 engineering disciplines with a corporate membership of over 2 lakhs. IEA has been recognized as a scientific and industrial research organization by the Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India. And besides conducting its own research, it provides granting aid to UG, PG and PhD students. It gives grants or funding for doing their projects of engineering institutes and universities. IEA also recognizes the contribution of outstanding engineers and confer awards every year. Some of the awards initiated by IEA are the SAIL Award, IEA Young Engineer Award, Merit Award, IEA Industry Excellence Award, IEA Best Student Award, IEA Engineering Education Excellence Award, Lifetime Achievement Award, Best Entrepreneur Award, etc. There are some more awards are there. The Institution of Engineers is the first professional body to represent India in several international bodies. IEA holds the International Professional Engineers Register for India under the Global International Professional Engineers Alliance. The institution also awards the Professional Engineers Certification. The IEIndia as a pioneering body has been conducting Section A and B examination, popularly known as AME. I don't know if you have heard about that, maybe 3 decades before. This AME was a very familiar examination because there was not much engineering college. You take the year 1980s, 80s and all, 70s, 80s and all, there are only 12 engineering colleges in Tamil Nadu. Today, how many engineering colleges? More than 450, nearly 500, including university, there are 500 engineering colleges. So that time, this was the only way, AME is the only way to become an engineer. So once they become AME, Section A and Section B qualified, they can go for M.Tech and they can go for higher studies or in employment. So these are a very important examination. Even today, many people who are employed, who are working in industries, they take this route, AME route to get their degree and they go for higher studies. So there are 15 engineering disciplines. As I was telling, it covers almost all the branch of engineering. IEIndia has got aerospace, agriculture, architectural, chemical, civil, computers, electrical engineering, electronics and telecommunication, environmental engineering, marine, mechanical, metallurgical, material engineering, mining, production and textile. So these are all various disciplines under Institution of Engineers India. And there are several membership available for the Institution of Engineers. Basically, corporate membership or non-corporate. These are two main classifications. Under corporate membership, either you can become an associate member or you can become a member or a fellow member, like that AMIE, MIE and FIE. These are three categories of membership available in the AME, for which you will be eligible in another 6 to 8 months. Once you become a BTech degree holder, you can become an associate member of this Institution of Engineers. Again, there are various eligibility criteria there for MIE and for FIE. So FIE normally will be a senior most people who are aged about more than 45 years like that and 20 years experience. So there are certain eligibility criteria. But for you, I am giving information. Once you get your BTech, immediately you are eligible for an associate membership. Okay. So what are the benefits of becoming this corporate member? You can apply for a chartered engineer certificate. You have the access to technical publication and e-journals of Institution of Engineers releases monthly journals in all the 15 disciplines. So you can have access of all the journals, just like IEEE journal. IE journals are available, both online and printed copies are available. You can have the access and participation in technical events, seminars, workshops, conventions, access to guest house in all the state headquarters, networking with people and R&D grants. As I told you, grant in aid is available to Institution of Engineers if you want to do MTech or even PhD. Then again, non-corporate membership is for student membership. Maybe for diploma level, they give the membership. In the BTech students, they give another membership. I think all of you will be aware, in our university also, we have the students chapter of Institution of Engineers India. Dr. Anthony in charge of this students chapter. I don't know how many of you are members of this. Okay. Again, the students chapter, the benefits are you can have the opportunity to participate in technical events, seminars, symposia, conventions, workshops, organized by all the local centers as well as by the state center. State center is located in the Sivananda College near that is Chennai Central Railway Station, where the Institution of Engineers is having headquarters, Tamil Nadu headquarters, where they conduct monthly events. So those events also you can take part by becoming a student member. Participation in various technical activities, access to library. Again, library facilities are available. Like that, there are benefits are there. So IEA also issues membership certification to the eligible engineers, technologists and scientists, chartered engineer, professional engineer, international professional engineer certification. Like that, they do various certification. And state local centers of IEA spread across the country to organize technical activities such as seminars, webinars, workshops, etc. to benefit the student community and the engineering fraternity. So, if you want further details about the Institution of Engineers and how to become associate member and all, you can always browse www.ieindia.org and get more details about Institution of Engineers. Thank you for the opportunity to explain about the Institution of Engineers. Thank you.
I now request Dr. V. Siriraj Sir, MIE, Honorable Secretary, IEIndia TVLC to share about today's event.
Most respected chief guest of the day, Dr. Deborah, respected Dr. Ganeshan, ex officio, member of IEI, Tamil Nadu State Center, faculty friends, and beloved students. Today, topic is most relevant for all of us. The reason behind this, all the secrecy so far, ISRO, that Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, right now which is only around 54 live satellites which are revolving around Earth in various orbits. So we are not here to discuss about those data, but rather the data are right now open for public access. Clear? The data are now open for public access. Now, what to do with the data? Let me tell a simple example. I do not know you are updated with the latest information or not. There is one rapid rail transit system there in our country. Can you name where exactly the rapid train transit system is available there in our country? Can anybody? That is operational now. Can you name? This is what actually the level of the updation that we have. So the rapid rail transit system is there at Delhi, connecting Delhi with Meerut. Meerut is around 160 kilometers away from NCR. What is NCR? National Capital Region, NCR. Most of all the developments are happening there in that NCR region only. Okay. Now what is the advantage of rapid rail transit system? Where connecting Delhi with Meerut. So obviously what happens? A person who is staying around 160 kilometers away from Delhi, if he could able to travel that distance within 1 hour of time, understand, within 1 hour of time, what happens, you know? The Delhi can be easily decongested. Understand? So all the development which are happening there in NCR need people to come and work also. Right now, the train is traversing around 160 km to 180 km per hour in the separate track. Understand? Now I am coming to the point. In Tamil Nadu also, there are 3 such corridors right now. Very recently, last week, that was proposed by government of Tamil Nadu, which is one from Chennai to Viluppuram, crossing Chengalpattu and Viluppuram. So a person who board the train at Chennai, the next stop will be at Chengalpattu, the next stop will be at Viluppuram. So the speed of the minimum speed of the train, the rapid transit system will be 160 km to 180 km. So that means a person who is staying at Viluppuram or
like us, we can use them for education purpose. Then agriculture sector, disaster management, where in case of floods or earthquakes, these images help in various ways. So I will be discussing about it. And as I told you, Bhuvan, Copernicus, Earth Explorer, these are certain satellites which take pictures, remote sense pictures, and help us to get these data. Next. So, wide global coverage. Here, sitting in Chennai, we can study about agriculture, vegetation, forestry of another country. We can do various studies. We can provide information to them. So it has a wide global coverage, and these data are regularly updated. Few satellites do the updation, twice or thrice in a week. Some happen every day. So you get real-time data. So because of this regular updates that happen, and these are very high resolution data. So the cameras and sensors provide very precise information to us. So the information, the images that we get are of high resolution. So I told you these open source data can be obtained from NASA's Landsat satellite, Copernicus Sentinel, Bhuvan, NOAA GOES. These are some of the open source programs that help us to get these remote sensing data. Now where be used. The sector that is, the opportunities are really wide. But just to name a few, I have given in agricultural sector, especially it is being used in various ways. Urban planning and development. See, nowadays we are having smart cities, especially when we plan lines for metro and as Sir told, rapid communication lines. So all these developments are happening because of the images that we obtain from these satellites. Then for mining, where you can minimize environmental risk, you get cost-effective data, and for logistics, efficient logistics, transportation depends upon all these data that we obtain from the satellite images. So I would like to first concentrate more on to agriculture and precision farming. This is one topic that is spoken, in a lot of places. And just to mention, I recently attended a program conducted by InSpace, and the topic that was on agricultural and precision farming. So how this open source images help in this sector is, it helps to monitor the health of the crops. I have mentioned NDVI, EVI, these are certain parameters. How satellite images help in monitoring the health of the crop? The sensors take pictures of crops, and what happens is, it will be able to tell us how much the health of the crop by how much infrared red light the crop is able to absorb, which is used in photosynthesis, and how much of near infrared light it reflects. So this NDVI is a parameter which helps to calculate this data. And if this NDVI parameter is high, almost nearly from +1, 0.8 to 1, in that, if it is in that range, it means that the health of the crops is very good. If it is low, then it indicates that the crops, the farmers need more attention to be given to those crops. It could be soil health is not good, or it is prone to some pests or diseases. So such parameters that are calculated, taken up from sensors, help in detecting the health of the crops, and this will really help farmers to predict what action to be taken next. Then it helps in yield estimation. What is the amount of yield that they can get from a crop that is sown in this season, so that their economy and their livelihood is improved. Pest and disease detection is possible with this data that is taken up from satellites. Irrigation, water management, what type of fertilizer is needed for these crops. All these informations are being provided from satellites. So by which a farmer who is ignorant of all this information, you can, as students or companies, they can get these data, they can go and approach farmers, tell them that, see, your crop is going to get infected with this particular type of disease, or it is your soil moisture is low. All this information can be given to farmers, and by which they will be really benefited. So these are some, people have these consultancies and companies that do these kind of B2B businesses, and they are really growing up well. There is a company called Cropin, which makes turnover of about 32.5 crores, or even more than that. So such companies are needed for our nation to develop the agricultural sector. So these Open source images are obtained from satellites called ResourceSat, and you can download these data through Google, which is an open source website by ISRO. And the resolution of this data that we get is about 56 meters, which is freely available. What yield the crops can give, and another thing that I would like to mention is insurance companies are also involved in this. See, there is a flood that is happening in a particular district or village. Farmers approach the insurance company and they claim for insurance. So what these insurance companies would do is, they take images of the field prior to the flood, and then they compare the image taken during the flood, and they can do estimation of how much insurance claim it can be done to the farmers. So all this process becomes very easy for insurance companies, for farmers. No fraud or time delay for insurance claim. All these things are really made easy and simple. Time is consumption is very less. So these are some of the benefits that people can enjoy as farmers in the agricultural sector. Urban planning, smart cities. So here we rely upon these open source images for land use, land mapping, urban mapping, infrastructure developments, how much land is free, what are the areas that can need development for housing, for metro. We also use these images for encroachment detection, smart city monitoring, even government agencies like tax organizations, they can take this data to estimate property tax and all those things. They use these satellite images for all these purposes. So, as I told, land use analysis, for property tax mapping, real estate site suitability, for all these planning and smart city developments, open source images are very helpful. Environmental monitoring and forestry. So deforestation, afforestation studies, how much water and air are polluted, biodiversity, wetland protection, what is their impact on our climate? These data is also being obtained from satellites images. So what is the, in certain places due to forest fire, we get forests are being destroyed. So all those data, biodiversity monitoring for animals, how much tigers, lot of animals monitoring. These data are being obtained from satellites like Cartosat, ResourceSat, and obviously, as I told you, for obtaining the data, you access Google or Google. Okay. Water resource management, monitoring of rivers, lakes, reservoirs, where to construct dams. All this data depends upon these open source images. Flood forecasting, irrigation planning, illegal sand mining detection. These are some of these factors or areas where we go in for these open source images obtained from the satellites. Next. And as I told you, in mining and natural resources, you detect where a particular resource is available. Then you can also avoid mining detection, monitoring environmental damage that can be caused due to mining. All these things are also dealt here with these images. Logistics and transportation. So you can get data of how logistics can happen, the shortest way, path by which you can send your goods, or for planning of roads, metro rails. All these things are happening because of these images, open source images. Next. Disaster management and humanitarian aid. So in places where cyclones or earthquakes, landslides, so images that we get can be used. So how we can rescue people in such places, how we can provide this, food and other necessary things, so that people are easily evacuated from such areas. So post-disaster damage assessment and supporting rescue operations. So these are are really important areas where open source images help government sectors, public, and various other organizations. So as I told you, in agriculture, crop health monitoring through vegetation, then weather forecast, or what is the weather condition that you can expect in another week or a month, so that measures can be taken to protect these crops. Okay, next. Yield prediction is also possible. Then urban planning, ongoing urban developments, what is the investment that is expected. All these things are taken care by these open source images that we get from satellites. So,
sorry to interrupt. It's a small information related to what happened. Last year there was a flood in Chennai city. Do you remember or not? Yeah? Where the government started settling the flood mitigation fee. So normally they used to give 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees, something like that. I remember during the previous flood, our street do not have flood. But we were also provided with the 12,000 rupees of that money. But this year, what happened? The government is very meticulous in doing this analysis. They took the satellite images, clearly identified which are the area which is waterlogged, and then they integrated their we used to pay income tax also. They collected the data from the income tax department and then correlated both the data, and then they invited only the selected people for that particular benefit. Understand? So previously they were spending crores and crores of money waste. Now what happened? Meticulously they controlled everything. The benefit has gone only to the right person. Understand? So that is the best example of the urban plan.
So I just wanted to give you an idea about how this website is. I want everyone to access this and see at home. This is Bhuvan or Bhunidhi /nrsc.go.in. Okay, or Bhunidhi is also another website where you can have access to all the data that I am telling right now. Okay, there are so many filters available where you can check, get information about last month or what you can expect to happen in the coming month. So many informations are there. It is a vast ocean of data, freely downloadable for our use. So this is just a small information that I wanted to show up. So why do we all need to know about this information, and what is really important? See, as I was just giving you a brief idea, farmers, see, our economy is basically dependent on agriculture, and farmers are really ignorant about what is going to happen, and we can take up such projects to help farmers to develop themselves. So precision farming is for this type of soil, what crop you can sow, and how much yield you can get out of it. All these data can be obtained, and we can provide these to farmers. And yield forecasting, supply chain planning. See, nowadays you can directly approach farmers. You can buy their products, develop it into a more suitable form for consumers. All these things can be developed into a big business opportunity, right? Then carbon credits. What is the biomass that is being produced from this particular area of acres of farm? All these data can be obtained from the agriculture sector, with these open source images are being used. Okay, so you get a more smarter agriculture. You save time. The profit that you obtain from all these resources is going to be enormous. Okay, and it is also very sustainable. All right. Next. Then the images that we get from these open sources help government organizations, businesses, social sector to develop their infrastructure, to plan their resources, to help in disaster times, as Sir just explained to us, during floods and during tsunami and other things, natural disasters that happen. These images help us in a lot of ways. Okay, then. So I just wanted to tell, there are many startups. Previously, there were only a handful of people who were engaged into this. Now there are around 400 to 500 startup companies that make crores of rupees as turnover every year. To name a few, like Propin, Sasher, Facil, Agrostar, these are few companies. They are really into this agricultural sector, and they make business a huge turnover. So these are certain things that I would like to encourage you students to put your foot into this area and think about how you can develop future opportunities. Okay.
One minute,
Go back to the previous.
You can share the slides. Okay.
Very much. So, as I would like to come to the conclusion here, so open source satellite images, it is not just for any particular government sector. It is open to all. It is data for all. Okay, so it not only empowers government sectors, empowers industries, communities, students, and various other people. So this helps in driving sustainability, efficiency, and a lot of opportunities for innovation is there. So I would like you students to get involved into these things, and as Ganeshan sir told already, we have the space, ACS Space Center. I would request you students to get involved into this program, and there are a lot of things, opportunities for you to learn. So, this is an area which is having a vast opportunity, and it would be really good if you can get involved into it. So, as I told you, it has applications in agriculture, environment, mining, logistics, business, disaster management, and a lot of other sectors to probe in. So, I think I had just given you an eye-opener of what you can do in the future. Hope this session was a beneficial one for you. Thank you.
Not only that, very recently, to go to Fisheries Department website, where this satellite images are converted into the prison, given as fishing community where the catch will be. You may be knowing the word school of fish. This is the word school of fish accumulation.
Yeah.
Where tons and tons of fish they used to accumulate and then migrate from one location to the other location for various reasons. So this is captured by satellite, and then now those things are sent back to the fishermen community. So again, there also users, and then to find out what are the various underwater resources also. You know, the undersea exploration, all these things are there. So again, there also it is being used. So now I have requested both our computer science department, especially the data science as well as artificial intelligence, that's the department, to make the students who have a deep dive on any of these domains. Let them do experiments, let them do their projects in these particular domains. There are a lot of few sample startup companies the presenter has given. So then to make use of these opportunities. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am, and eye-opening and insightful lecture. Now we move to an interactive segment. The floor is open for questions. Participants may kindly raise your questions to ma'am. So those who have questions, you kindly just ask to ma'am.
மேம் டேட்டா எல்லாருக்குமே கிடைச்சா பிரைவசின்ற ஒரு விஷயமே இருக்காது மேம்.
It is not about privacy, it is data for all. So,
கால்ஸ் பர்சன் கையில போய் டேட்டா போய் மாட்டிக்கிச்சுன்னா என்ன ஆகுது மேம்?
it is how we use it. Okay, so we are going to use it in the for specific application.
I have the security.
Yeah, that's what that is. Yeah, I'll address. Now, the data, though the data is open data, they mask the military, the government, various government interested locations. Understand what I'm trying to say? Here, you mean though the data is open data, where you want to see how our armed forces are deployed in the frontier, you don't give you. I mean, the government won't provide such a data. Understand? So if you ask what is the you say that where a particular dam is, but you cannot see. What is the vulnerable point of that particular dam? If the vulnerable point of the dam is known to the extremists, no, then immediately they will. Your question is correct, but the government take care of masking those. Government interested information. And then again, as a user, we have to give this. What is that? Writing that I won't use it for any purpose which is detrimental to the security of our nation also. Understand? So all of our conscious that we have to be. This is very important. Our country should be safe and secure always.
The data transfer from satellite to. So, for example, agriculture. How we treat the individual agriculture farmers. How we treat the farmer. Whether the farmer is having direct access to mobile.
Yes, sir. Now there are companies where they are developing such apps so that it can be given to farmers with those apps. They are developing, so yes, it is a B2B business opportunity.
So whether it is stored in cloud data.
Yes, we have access to cloud and they have programs for that.
So whatever is the agencies, they take retrieve from cloud data.
Yes, sir. And then they companies, they approach, they take up a particular village, they approach farmers that we can, yes, products, yes, we can export us.
Even if the farmer need not go and approach it.
Or there are, some NGO organizations. Pradhan Mantri, they do all these kind of,
Any more questions? Kindly someone have questions you can ask to ma'am, or else we will. Okay, thank you ma'am. Thank you sir for your responses. To conclude the proceedings, I invite Dr. Kilba Devi ma'am, HOD of CSE, DS and AI, to propose the vote of thanks.
Before I go for the vote of thanks, I would like to answer the question which he has raised. He was asking about the confidentiality of the particular data. In a hospital, we have a patient database, right? So what happens, every patient data will be collected, but when they give the data to the people, whoever is requesting for experimental purpose or research purpose, they will be hiding the details of the patient. They just give the details about the disease, right? So in that way, the confidentiality of the person is maintained. Likewise, whenever they give data for the cloud, that will be a general data, not specifically to a person, or any confidential data will not be exposed. For your question, I'm answering. Yeah. So here the topic is about satellite images, how the data is, how a particular data is captured as, how a picture is captured and how that particular image is being converted into data. That is what is the concept here. So for that, she was telling that you have open source opportunities which is available, and you can access the data for processing. Right? When you capture the information in the form of an image, that has to be converted into data, then only it could be processed. Then you can train it with a model and direct or predict something out of that model. That is what the outcome of the concept was she was saying. I just want to conclude that. And so confidentiality doesn't matter here, because taking a picture of a road or flood, that does not going to affect. It is already there. But we are going to convert it into a form and predict something out of it. I hope I answered your question.
National security purpose.
No, no, generally, those kind of data will not be available for you as open source. You understand? Few data, which the parameters which are easy to access or which could be even for audience or normal people, it will be available as open source. Confidential data, it will be masked. As Sir said, it will be masked. It will not be given for the. In that way, they also ensure that the necessary data which has to be protected will be protected. I want to answer this question. Okay, now my job is vote of thanks, so I'm coming to that point. On behalf of IEIndia TVLC Local Center, I extend my sincere gratitude to our distinguished speaker, Dr. S. Deborah ma'am, for an enlightening and thought-provoking lecture on business opportunities with open source satellite images. So actually, there is a lot of scope in this, and she has given all the opportunities, not only about the basics, applications, plus the startup opportunity also she has displayed in the last, which could be a business opportunity. That question was raised by our sir, how could it be a business opportunity? The last slide was about startups. So how to convert this into a business was the point, and it was well apt for the topic which she has taken. I also like to thank our chairman, Dr.
Balamurugan sir, our Honorable Secretary Dr. B. Sivildraj sir, and our very partner Dr. MJR Educational Research Institute for their support in making this program possible. Finally, a warm thanks to all the members present here, our JR, our faculty present here, and the students who were here for your active presence, which made this session possible. Thank you once again.
With this, we formally conclude the 47th technical lecture organized by IEA TVLC Local Center. On behalf of IEA TVLC, I extend our sincere gratitude to our distinguished speaker, dignitaries, venue partner Dr. MJR Educational Research Institute, and to all the participants for their support and their presence. Thank you. Thank you all. Have a pleasant